Hi, I'm Trisha from the DOMVS office, and today I've got Simon Cross with me. Simon is director of Humphries Kirk, and he's going to talk to us about probate. We're going to explode the myth that probate is some deep dark hole that just disappears. So Simon, what is probate?
Well, thank you, Trish, for inviting me on today. Well, probate is both the court process and the name given to the document that is originally obtained. So, when someone dies, a grant of probate is the legal document that enables the executors appointed under the will to collect in the assets, settle the liabilities, and then make distributions to the beneficiaries. That whole process is sometimes called probate.
Right.
But the document itself is in fact a copy of the will, sewn to, as it used to be in the old days. It's all now gone online, so it's quite scary now with the legal portals that exist to enable the executors to dispose of assets. And primarily, of course, most people's largest asset is their house or their home. So where that death arises, then the legal title to enable the executors to sell the home is required, and the grant of probate enables the executors to deal with the sale.
So there are all sorts of elements involved in that, aren't there? Like inheritance tax and all that sort of thing, that capital gains tax. So that's all involved.
It is. I mean, capital gains tax is mainly a lifetime tax, and the recent budget statement that we had, there were fears that the uplift for capital gains tax that arises on death now would be lost, but it isn't. And so therefore, where you're dealing with an estate, capital gains tax only tends to be relevant if the property has been retained for a length of time and its value has increased since the date of death.
Right.
Inheritance tax, though, is the key tax that's applicable when someone dies, and the revenue have become more severe in their application of penalties where false or misleading valuations are attached to a property. And that I think is where, first of all, DOMVS can come in to help. And the starting point is that an executor must make a report of assets, and the valuation of those assets should reflect the market value.
Because there was a danger in the past of estate agents downvaluing, and that would just cause problems later for the people that were left to sell the property.
It did, because the revenue's view was that when someone dies, they look to the market value of the property, and perhaps some good intentioned estate agents have tried to downplay the value, but that of course does lead to difficulties. The executors can find themselves penalised with fines up to 200% of the tax that's at stake.
That's enormous.
And in certain cases even criminal proceedings. And so therefore, whenever we've applied to DOMVS for a probate valuation, we get the market value supported with the market where you've dealt with similar properties. And so therefore that's always a reliable starting point.
That's great to know. That's great to know.
Yeah.
So it's very important actually that people, when this process has to start, they come and talk to you, Simon, because you can give them the right advice whether they need to do it or whether they don't need to do it. You can advise them, send them in the right direction.
Yeah, at Humphries Kirk we always will provide that initial free advice to an executor to talk through the processes and to make sure they avoid pitfalls. We have literature about avoiding the probate pitfalls, and it's there as a team effort to get the family to where they want to be following the passing of a loved one. So yeah, we're always there and happy to help.
That's brilliant, Simon. Thank you so much for coming in today. I hope that helps people. If you've got any questions at all, you can always contact Simon at Humphries Kirk. Thanks very much.
Thank you,
Simon.
Thank you.